They are controlling what you're doing without you even realizing it. But what happens when the consumer can no longer consume? This is the spot gold market that was created to manage how you perceive gold. And we see gold moving down, spot gold moving down when there is a crisis like right now because stock markets are moving down. And so you look at it and go, oh, gold isn't doing anything, or oh my goodness, gold is going down.
Join Lynette Zang in her revealing video, The Gold Deception. Discover the secret behind the spot gold market and the truth about physical gold. Unmask the lies and manipulations that affect your perception of gold. In times of crisis, do they really want you to hold physical gold? Find out where the real truth lies in this captivating expose. Dive into the world of gold and unveil the hidden realities. And let's listen to her again.
Because we are being silently and invisibly manipulated, and it's going to get a whole lot worse. I mean, have you ever had this conversation where you're talking about widgets and the next thing you know, you're getting all these ads for widgets? We know the phone is always listening. It's always tracking where you are and what you're doing, and the laptop and all of this, you know, in some ways very wonderful and convenient gadgets and electronics. But are you going to let them take over your life? And do you even realize that that's happening? Because back in the day, well, let's go back to 1983, when then President Reagan invited Rupert Murdoch to come over and formalized perception management. That is managing how you perceive things so that you move forward in a way that supports their goals. I thought this was really applicable because he is, after all, retiring now. The man that was absolutely partly responsible for all the perception management that we've been dealing with since the 80s when that system was formalized. But frankly, AI takes it to a whole new level. AI is artificial intelligence. Look what I came across, because frankly, it scared the crap out of me. So here, workers in some government-controlled factories, and she's referring to China, are reportedly required to wear EEG sensors to monitor their productivity and their emotional states, and they can be sent home based on what their brains reveal. We already know that China has a social scoring system. We already know that they want to dominate and do, to a large degree, every aspect of their citizens' lives. And I'm coming back to that in just a second. Here in the U.S., we are into the second decade of a large-scale, federally funded project called Brain Research through Advancing Innovative Neurotechnologies, or BRAIN for short, aimed at revolutionizing our understanding of the human brain. It supports work by private firms, universities, and governments. Always a good thing when everybody gets together and decide, but do they talk to you or me? No, they do not. And the piece that I want to bring up here, because this is my hope, what we saw in China with the COVID lockdowns and the public coming together to protest changed what the government did. Okay, that's the power of community. That gave me, I told you at the time, I'm telling you today, that's what gives me hope, is us coming together as a community and saying no. Because if every corporation adopts this, then unless you truly are completely self-sufficient and independent, are you going to have to comply with it? And what does that really mean for your freedoms? If they can manipulate and maneuver how you perceive things and how you move forward, and they have complete access to your brain, and they can tell when you're daydreaming, they can tell when you're doing anything and what those thoughts likely are. Corporations are getting into the act too. Meta, Snap, Microsoft, and Apple are all investing heavily in technology that can track and decode our brains and mental experiences. And like you saw in the first piece with our cell phones. I mean, go into any restaurant you want, and what do you see? You see a whole bunch of people doing this because they're distracted by that rather than the person that's sitting across from them. And again, how many times have you said, gee, I'm really thinking, I might like this widget. And all of a sudden you get bombarded, whether you're on your laptop or your computer or your cell phone or wherever you are, you're getting bombarded with all of these ads inspiring you to do what? To purchase, to buy. They are controlling what you're doing without you even realizing it. But what happens when the consumer can no longer consume? Nothing in the U.S. Constitution, state and federal laws, or international treaties gives us true sovereignty over our own brains. How do you feel about that? Now, who would have even thought about that when they were writing the Constitution? And we have certainly witnessed the Constitution being trampled, and more and more and more. You see why I said this takes perception management to a whole new level? Because it's direct, and it will directly impact how you move forward. How can you protect yourself from it? Stop believing the lies. How many times can you be lied to when you do not know the truth? And the answer to that is every single time. So here's a big fat lie. This is the spot gold market that was created to manage how you perceive gold. But this is a contract. It's not this, right? And what do we see? We see a triple top. And we see gold moving down, spot gold moving down when there is a crisis like right now because stock markets are moving down. So do they want you to move into physical gold? Do they want you to hold that? No, no, no. That is beyond what they can control. But this, they can control. And so you look at it and go, oh, gold isn't doing anything, or oh my goodness, gold is going down, or something like that. When in reality, it's not. It's just a lie. You'll find a lot more truth in the physical only market. That's this market, right? PCGS 3000. And you can see what used to be, because I've walked you through this since we had before the breakout and since, this is a very strong breakout because demand has surpassed supply, but they got to get you away from this because they can't control this. And when you know the truth that this is real money while they're destroying all of this crap, destroying its purchasing power value, they want you to stay in this. They don't want you to move into this. Be smarter than them. Do your own due diligence. Don't believe them because they do not have your best interests at heart. They have controlling you at heart. The physical market is actually the market that shows you the truth. What are you going to believe? That's up to you. They're executing a plan. Can't you see it? And it's a plan of a complete surveillance economy, a complete surveillance society. Oh yes, everything is resetting. But unless you have good money outside of the system, as well as food, water, energy, security, barterability, wealth preservation, community, and shelter, how are you going to say no? Take some time to get to know your neighbors. Take some time to find local communities that you can be a part of. Take some time to expand your world globally. Join us on Beyond Gold and Silver channel. We have choices now. And one of our choices is to vote with our wallets into good money, gold, and silver.
In closing, as we unveil the secrets of the gold market, let's reflect on a related quote by the great financial mind, Warren Buffett. The stock market is designed to transfer money from the active to the patient. So, as we navigate the intricacies of gold investments, remember the wisdom of patience and prudence in your financial journey. If you found this video enlightening, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more valuable insights. Thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery, and we look forward to sharing more truth and knowledge with you in the future.